IPL season has returned, and it is RCB and SRH who will kick it off at the Chinnaswamy. Cricket returns to the Chinnaswamy Stadium after an entire year. And after that tragedy that we had at the Chinnaswamy, it's time to look forward to more positive things. And it's the opening match of the IPL, RCB versus SRH. There we go. The first match of the IPL, it's RCB versus SRH, but two top teams, the defending champions versus the team that leaves no stone unturned when it goes onto the field. Travis Sheikh versus Phil Salt and Virat Kohli at the top of the order. We've got Trisha Ghoshal here, the RCB superfan, as we like to call her during the IPL season. We've got Boria Mujumdar and Bharat Ramraj, who's joining us from outside of the Chinnaswamy. First, Bharat, going over to you before I play the visuals. Tell us what the mood is like. How is security being managed? How is everything looking like?
Yeah, the mood is very good, but I have to say that the security is very, very strict. The security is extremely strict, and that is the main factor to look at because they are not allowing any groups. They are basically not allowing any groups at all. They're just telling all the fans to just keep moving, keep walking, and there are a couple of barricades outside the main gate. That is why you can't see huge groups out there, and that is, I think, the main point to look at. So yeah, the security is extremely strict in the sense that even while I tried to go inside the park, they said that you can't be inside the park either. So basically, I've come a road or two behind it, so as to escape that kind of security. They are basically on a mission. I would say that security personnel, it seems as if they are Durandars of 2026 to me. They are on a kind of mission to ensure that everything will happen smoothly today. That is how it feels like if you come down here, the way they are acting. I can understand where they are coming from because basically, the tragic incident, what exactly happened on June 4. Gargi also was there. I was also covering maybe half or kilometer away from there. So considering that, I can understand fire brigade services are out here, ambulances are out here. It's basically, it seems like Chinnaswamy has changed forever. You can't usually with Chinnaswamy, what you see is just outside the main gate, number 14. You will see massive crowds, but they have put two barricades out there, and that is why you are not seeing the kind of big crowds that you generally see. But a lot of people have come in, just that security says that you are not seeing them in huge groups.
You can use this video.
All right.
Trisha, your thoughts on Dhurandhar?
That was a brilliant comment by Bharat.
Yeah, I think that was brilliant. Bharat getting tongue-in-cheek before the IPL starts. But I think Bengaluru police will have their work cut out, considering, RCB fans will turn up in huge numbers because home game, Virat Kohli is back, RCB is back, and by the way, for the first time in the history of IPL, I can say defending champions are back.
So why are you not wearing your RCB jersey? You should say defending champions in your RCB jersey.
We will. There is a process for everything. Fans also have a process, much like players do. And in my process, the first match, whenever I've worn the jersey, has not gone RCB's way. So we'll do it from the second match.
And look how much awareness you need to have in order to understand that, first match, I've worn this jersey and every single time they've lost. No, I'm very aware.
How much obsession do you need to have? I think awareness is the wrong word. Obsession would be the correct word, probably. To do that permutation combination in your head. That last year was the first time I did not, that I made all these permutation combination, got it right. RCB has got the cup, and now that's not changing.
But that's so funny because let's talk about superstitions a little bit. It's so interesting to see how people in their daily lives will do these things. There will be always memes and reels and videos about, it happened today that one of the biggest RCB fans who I know posted a picture of the RCB team, and in front of that cropped a picture of a Ganpati idol, put it on there, put the then put the bhajan on it, and then he posted that reel.
Wait, let me get it right. So RCB team, Ganpati Bhajan as the audio.
Yes,
And that's
a picture of the idol on top of the team.
Papre.
So,
So
yeah.
Ganpati idol on top of the team and the audio of the bhajan.
Yes. So that, and the caption is that
keeps the evil away. Boryada, that keeps the evil away from our team.
See, so that's the logic there.
Yeah, I mean, and I understand this. Fans will do everything, and that's what makes this tournament what it is. Otherwise, what is the IPL? It's another domestic tournament. Why is the IPL the IPL? It is because of people like Trisha. She will, remember to not wear the people who are thronging the ground.
And can I add to it? There are
mentioned.
particular matches where I will wear the green jersey, even though RCB is not wearing the green jersey. And there will be particular matches where I will wear the red jersey. That way.
Bharat, do you have a team? Do you have a team, or you are neutral? You are a journalist.
Yeah, I am a neutral in IPL. Anyway, my favorite cricketers have retired, so there isn't much to cheer about. So I'm basically neutral. Even if SRH wins, I'm fine with it. If RCB wins, it's a team from Bengaluru, so I'm absolutely fine with it. Maybe I supported Karnataka a little bit. Unfortunately, I went to Ranji final, and it basically everything went against Karnataka those 5 days.
Don't support RCB.
every session went against Karnataka. I couldn't smile. I don't think I even smiled once during those 5 days.
Papre. Imagine Bharat going to the Ranji final to cover, and every session goes against Karnataka.
I can't even.
Even if Bharat was an RCB fan, Trisha would reject him.
That's even Mumbai's record.
Yes. Ashok also joins us. Ashok, are you an RCB fan?
Yes, I am, Boria.
Very nice. There you go. Look at Trisha's enjoyment. Ashok, tell, "Arey bhai, apni ghorachen kano? Change your phone clip." Ashok, you are
Ashok, your phone screen. Your phone screen is in portrait. Make it landscape.
He can hear us. He can just feel the joy. That's all.
Yeah. There you go. Yes, Ashok. Arey, apni ki korchen? Ha, ebar thik ache. Give us a sense. What's happening?
Sorry, the noise here is deafening, so really can't hear
again. Yeah, this is the issue that I was also having once.
Anyway, go for it.
Is this okay? Can you hear me? Can you see me?
We can somewhat hear you. Go for it.
Okay, so I don't know if you had asked me a question, but it is unbelievable to be here back at Chinnaswamy. I think, what strikes me is that there is a lot of frenzy, but there is a lot of control. What struck me first in the last 2 kilometers approach to the stadium is that the organizing of the crowd, the organizing of the control of the crowd is far, far superior. There is absolute clarity. The signages are extremely clear. I think the arrangements have been beautifully done. I'm right now on Queen's Road, and usually this is not how Queen's Road is. The approach to the stadium, especially gates 5, 6, 7, and 8, are extremely difficult to maneuver. Today, it's looking like a cakewalk. I'm not sure how that is, but it is definitely looking like they have really applied their minds and done a great job at managing it. It's a sea of red here. I can see the number 18 all over, and clearly there is a lot of frenzy about Virat playing.
Nice. Gargi, you said you were right here. I mean, can you get the screen proper and then give me an answer that you said you were right where Ashok is standing on the day of that fateful stampede. Can you set it up? Can you describe where, what exactly went on? You just mentioned it.
Ashok, are you near gate 12 and 13? Is that where you are?
No, Gargi, I'm actually just outside gate number 8.
It's on the other side. On the other side.
But this was a similar place. I mean, it's all similar around the Chinnaswamy. And what I was telling Boria off the camera was the fact that that during the when the stampede happened, people were on the trees, on the wall of the stadium. So that's how bad it had gotten.
Just Ashok Kumar.
Ashok's
Your video is a bit of a problem.
Yeah.
Can I just add a thing on it? What
yeah,
exactly he said? Yeah, he's on. He said near that gate 3, which is on the right side. You have to go towards the right side. There's a little less crowd out there, and that is where I think he's standing. What you are saying is the main gate near that 14 gate, near that
Yeah,
gate number
yeah.
13, and basically that is where they are not allowing any kind of groups out there. I think that is the main difference between the Chinnaswamy of old and now. That is, I think, the difference in terms of the security. They're not
Okay.
allowing to any groups to be formed near that
let's-
main gate.
Let's get to the game a little bit, Bharat. Let's get to the game. I'll start with Trisha and then Gargi, and you can answer. Trisha, your thoughts? I mean, no Hazelwood, at least in the first game. Might go with Jacob Duffy. So is it Jacob Duffy or possibly Romario Shepherd? Who are your 4 foreigners? Is it Bethel, Phil Salt, one between Jacob Duffy and Romario Shepherd, and Tim David? Am I right in saying that? Who are your 4 foreigners before I go to Bharat?
Yeah, I would go with Jacob Duffy, Jacob Bethel, Phil Salt, and Tim David. There is no way the way Tim David played last year. There were matches where he carried RCB. And by the way, I apologized in the Bengali show. I'm apologizing here as well. I think even before the IPL has started, my throat has gone, expecting me screaming for RCB. But anyway, I think give Jacob Duffy a chance. Especially against SRH. SRH's formula will be very simple. They will anyway see the ball, hit the ball. They're not going to wait for anybody. And when you do not have a Josh Hazelwood, you're expecting them to go helter-skelter after you anyway. So I'm relying more on adding batting power when you don't have Josh Hazelwood, because you are going to have either you have to set a huger target or you have to chase a huge target, because bowling without Josh Hazelwood will be pretty weak. But if RCB can start well without Hazelwood and without Yash Dayal in the bowling, then there is no stopping once Hazelwood joins us.
At the same time, Trisha, I sort of disagree with you. I think I would have Romario Shepherd in my team. See, this is the fun of
And
the
not
IPL.
Tim David.
Huh?
Not in place of Duffy or Tim.
Then you have to choose between either Jacob Bethel or Tim David, and I would rather have Shafin Rutherford in place of maybe a Tim David.
Shafin Rutherford plays for Mumbai, my friend.
Oh, sorry, Romario Shepherd.
Romario Shepherd, okay.
Romario Shepherd. I would have
Can I just
Jacob
throw a spanner into it?
Bethel and Romario Shepherd in my team.
So you want, one second. So Gargi saying Jacob Bethel, Romario Shepherd, Phil Salt, and Tim David.
Yeah.
Trisha is saying Jacob Duffy in place of Romario Shepherd. Bharat, what is your 4? Your 4 foreigners?
Yeah, I'm just ready to throw a spanner into it by saying that the way Jacob Bethel is batting in the nets, I'm not saying whatever you do in the net session will translate into runs. But yesterday, one of the shots that he hit smashed into the window panes at the press box. Thankfully, it is not made up of glass. Otherwise, it would have come inside as well. So he's basically whacking it everything. I think he's in better form, at least in the net session, than compared to Phil Salt. Having said that, Phil Salt scored all those runs last season, so he might just get the notch. See, obviously, as I noted, runs in the net sessions don't always translate into runs in the middle. As Azharuddin would always tell, I'm still batting well in the nets. So basically, that doesn't mean that you would go on to score runs. But having said that, I think Jacob Bethel is in tremendous form in the net sessions. So if they have to use his form at some point, I think it is now, because he scored 100 in the T20 World Cup as well. And before that, obviously, he was in very good form in the Ashes as well.
So who are your 4 then?
Yeah, I'm thinking of whether I have to go with Jacob Bethel and think of I know Team David's fans will trash me, but I'm wondering whether I can go instead of him. He can also bring in that bit of left arm spin. So because Team David definitely didn't look fit, even in the T20 World Cup, he didn't look fit, and he was kind of struggling there. So kind of form that is in, I'm wondering whether I can go with him instead of Phil Salt or Team David.
So you are saying Jacob Bethel, Phil Salt, Romario Shepherd, and Jacob Duffy. Is that?
Yeah, it can be. It can be instead of Phil Salt. It can be instead of Phil Salt also, because he's a top order batter. So it can be instead of Phil Salt.
Jacob Bethel at the top.
Opens?
Where Jacob Bethel and Virat Kohli.
No way replacing. See, Bharat, good that you don't support RCB. You are saying all this.
I'm just telling based on the kind of form that he's in.
You can't throw Phil Salt and Tim David out of the team. These two have to be there. Bethel rahe na rahe, mere ko nahi farak padta. But
Phil Salt
Tim
averaged
David
16 in
and
the T20 World Cup. 16. Phil Salt averaged 16 in the T20 World Cup. So not
Phil
like
Salt
he's
can
in.
average 6. It does not matter. This is a different ball game. वो तो Virat Kohli doesn't even play T20 eyes. It does not matter. It is Phil Salt and Virat Kohli who will open the batting by. There is no way you can replace Phil Salt. Tim David, if he's not fit, if it's something that you have picked up on the practice, that he's not fit, I would still understand. But if he's fit, you go with Tim David, you go with Phil Salt, and it's Chinnaswamy. Obviously, the boundaries will be shorter. You don't want to miss out on someone like Tim David at all.
You're right.
He's also smashing big sixes here. Team David, Jacob Bethel is also smashing huge sixes in the practice session.
No, I think Bharat, I've said this on a show yesterday also with Gargi that Jacob Bethel, I think, is going to be one of the stars of this.
100%.
Yeah,
No debate.
yeah,
Jacob
100%.
Bethel is going to be one of the stars. So I take your point, but I also think Trisha is right. I would drop one between Romario and Jacob Duffy. I would drop one between the two. I'll go with a Phil Salt at the top of the order. I can still think of Tim David, but at least in the first game, I would want Tim David and Phil Salt to play, because then that gives me a solid batting order. A Phil Salt, a Virat Kohli, then maybe a Jacob Bethel at 3, possibly a Venkatesh Iyer at 4, or a Rajat Patidar 4, Iyer at 5, Krunal Pandya 6, and then Tim David 7, or Krunal Pandya 7, Tim David obviously 6, and then if you want to go with Romario in place of Jacob, Romario at 8. That's a massive batting order. Your thoughts?
I would still go with Phil Salt opening. Obviously, I'm not changing that position. Jacob Bethel comes in at number 3. And then lower down the order, I do feel like it's Romario Shepherd who will have a much more impact than maybe a Tim David. I have nothing.
So Romario Shepherd, interesting. Trisha?
You're playing both Romario Shepherd and Jacob Duffy.
Yeah, she wants both. She's saying no Tim David. So her 4 is Jacob Bethel, Phil Salt, Romario Shepherd, Jacob Duffy.
Is that what you're saying, Gargi? Are you sure?
No, I don't think so. No. Wait, I have written it.
Yeah, she's saying, no, I understood what she's saying. She's saying Phil Salt, Jacob Bethel, Tim David, and one of Jacob Duffy and Romario Shepherd. She's saying Romario Shepherd. I'm saying Jacob Duffy. That's the only difference.
Yeah.
So you want Romario Shepherd, Trisha saying Jacob Duffy. Okay, got it. And let's move focus a little bit. Let's focus on the big boy. Doesn't play T20Is, hardly plays cricket. Whenever plays, gets 100 and enthralls his fans. Trisha, what does Virat Kohli once again back on the cricket field for RCB after that win, after the stampede, after what has transpired? Virat Kohli back at the Chinnaswamy as a fan. Tell me, just as a fan.
When I see him coming out to bat, if I have to say absolutely as a fan, it brings me hope. It brings me joy. It brings me, the moment he's out there, you will see me smiling like this. The very thought itself, gives so much confidence. It almost seems like with Virat Kohli out there, almost nothing can go wrong. There have been seasons when he has had his lows. Even then, every time he came out to bat, you feel that hope. Virat Kohli is that sort of a character, where you feel hope, where you feel that confidence. And I don't know, that spark in his eyes, in the reels. It could be acting, it could be so many things, but that tells me that this Virat Kohli is going to be dangerous, absolutely dangerous this time round. Because somewhere I feel Boria, that this time round he's coming without any baggage. Championship won. That monkey of the back. He does not have to really contest for the T20Is. What he has to do is come out, enjoy, and just give his best. Virat Kohli, I think, is going to scare every single opponent. And this is completely as a fan, because I am going to sit back and relax him absolutely murdering the bowlers.
Bharat Ramraj, you watched him practice. How did he
Bharat,
look?
कुछ negative मत बोलना मैच से पहले.
Yeah, see, Virat Kohli obviously is in imperious touch in practice sessions, especially against fast bowling. He's looking in very good touch. I'm not very sure how he will play against Harsh Dubey if he comes into the equation, the left arm spinner. But against fast bowling, he's definitely looking in pretty good touch. Yes, Abhinandan Singh, the new recruit, got him out a couple of times in practice sessions, but it was not because of some great bowling. It was because Virat Kohli was basically trying to hit every ball out of the park. That is how it felt as if in the first practice match that he played, he faced Bhuvaneshwar Kumar. Bhuvaneshwar Kumar bowled it on a good length. Virat Kohli just basically nonchalantly just smashed it down the ground and into the downtown territories. That itself told everything that you want to know about the kind of form that he's in. Yes, he's in tremendous form against fast bowling. Jacob Duffy tried to bowl a fuller line delivery in the next practice session, and again, it went straight into the stands down the ground. So, yes, I think it's Andy Flower basically said he's at the top of his game. So I would definitely agree with it. If it is not against spin bowling, I think definitely against fast bowling is looking in imperious touch. But having said that, many times when you say that someone is in great form in the nets, it could lead to something else in a match. I just want to add a caveat because I praised Sanju Samson so much before that Trivandrum T20I, and he went and played like perhaps he doesn't know which end of the bat which end of the bat to hold. That is what it felt like when he batted. So because that is how Sanju Samson played in that practice session, and Virat Kohli as well. The kind of form that he's in practice matches is something sight to behold.
Bharat is taking on the perfect diplomatic role. No matter if someone is doing bad, if someone is doing well in the nets, he's saying, "See, I'm not taking any
But
guarantee."
it's definitely looking in great form. It's definitely looking in great form. That much I can add.
But you
See, basically the orange cap is going to London.
Arre baap re. Arre baap. Your thoughts on because you're also a huge Virat Kohli supporter. Who isn't?
Who isn't?
Correct. I picked up the bat because of Virat Kohli. So see the kind of impact that he's had on our generation when I first started playing Trisha.
Yeah, I keep forgetting you are a different generation. Sorry, Gargi. Yeah, please.
No, for our generation, all of us.
No, not me. I'm past year. I didn't follow cricket because of Virat Kohli. Not at all.
No, not follow. I'm saying I started playing.
Yeah, so that's what it is. You and Trisha maybe, not me.
Okay,
Not
not
Trisha.
even
Virat Kohli. For me, there is Sachin Mithali. For me, actually, it was more than Sachin Mithali. It was the Jhulans, the Pacers.
Yeah.
Zahir Khan.
I started following cricket because I watched Patrick Patterson bowl in that 92 try series in Australia.
You and Snehashish, please go to a different country. Snehashish is obsessed with South Africa players. You are obsessed with God knows which players. Please go to a separate country. Just delete their SIRs, please.
Delete.
Bharat, are you an eligible voter?
Sorry?
Are you an eligible voter? Is your SIR sorted? Oh,
I think Bengaluru did not have their SIR.
Karnataka, no SIR. No, not all states.
Okay.
Tomorrow ho gaya?
Of course.
So Umakanto today got his SIR sorted, so he's over the moon.
Voting
Finally, he's a voter.
But one of our editors is still not cleared. Obinova is still not cleared from.
Oh boy. We are saying he's a 100% legitimate voter. He works for us. Come on, let's get his SIR sorted now. Anyway, coming back.
Yeah,
SRH, the top four. I don't think there is any top four in any competition which is as explosive as this. Bharat Ramraj, Abhishek Sharma, Travis Head, Ishan Kishan, and Henrik Klassen. How on earth? And then if you see others, then you have a Nitish Reddy, then you have, that is a mind-blowingly good top four, top five. Bharat Ramraj, thoughts?
Yeah, it goes even longer. Even their number 7, number 8, they all can bat. So on a good pitch, SRH can easily get 250 runs. Travis said himself was looking in good form, and his preparations also have been pretty good in the practice sessions. He basically was asking the new recruits Onkar Tarmale to bowl from over the wicket and tuck him up for room, and he was asking Ehsan Malinga to bowl from round the wicket and tuck him up for room. That basically tells you that he was taking his preparations very seriously. And he and Abhishek Sharma, if they get going, they can add 100 runs in 6 overs, 90 runs in 6 overs. One has to remember that Josh Hazelwood is not going to be there today. Yesterday, actually, Josh Hazelwood had a narrow escape with an injury. Thankfully, nothing happened to him. The ball almost hit his head, lofted stroke from Javdut Padikkal. So, thankfully, from his point of view, nothing really happened. Anyway, coming back to Travis Head and Abhishek Sharma, both of them, if they get going, it's going to be very difficult for this RCB's rather inexperienced pace bowling attack. With great respect to Jacob Duffy, who himself was the number 1 ranked T20I bowler last year before he came out to India and absolutely got thrashed. But one difference I'm seeing with Jacob Duffy is in Indian conditions, when he played in the T20I series and in the T20 World Cup, he was bowling a lot of floaty stuff, was bowling a lot of fuller length deliveries for a bowler who is 6 feet 5 inches tall and has a very high release. It absolutely didn't make any sense. But since he has come out to RCB, at least in the practice sessions, is definitely hitting the deck hard and trying to bowl a hard length. It seems like Mo Babat and Andy Flower have told him to do that. So hopefully from RCB's point of view, he will do that, because otherwise Travis Head and Abhishek Sharma could even get 80 runs or 90 runs in 5 overs.
Trisha, are you scared? Yeah, Gandhi.
Very,
Okay.
very. Jacob Duffy scares me. While I'm saying, there is no other option, probably, but it's scary, especially if you have seen Josh Hazelwood in your team and then you're seeing Jacob Duffy. It's very, very scary. And that is why I feel that the batters have to do a lot more work than they would usually have to, because you can expect, if you are bowling, you have to expect somewhere around 210, 215 probably as the total, especially against a team like SRH. I wouldn't be surprised if it goes up to 230, 230 odd. And that's where I feel that you need as many people who can bat. Though I do think, I hope you guys agree that not having Pat Cummins in the ranks could be a huge deal for SRH.
Which is where my next question was leading. That do you think, in the absence of Pat Cummins, are you seeing a debut for Bryden Cars?
Yeah.
Bharat, your 4 foreigners for SRH?
Because your 3 are locked. Liam Livingston, Travis Head and Heinrich Klaasen.
It's a little difficult in the sense that 2 days ago, Bryden Cars bowled a long spell in the net session, and yesterday Ehsan Malinga bowled a very long spell. Bryden Cars didn't bowl. So I think they're not giving much of a clue in relation to who is going to play. But if you look at how Pat Cummins bowls, hits the deck hard, then I think it would be not like for like replacement in terms of class, but at least in terms of what Bryden Cars brings into play, that is basically touched ball hard length, then I think he will be picked. Obviously, Heinrich Klaasen will definitely get in, and Travis said obviously will also be there. So that is how I think SRH will look at. I think it will be Travis said, Abhishek Sharma, Ishan Kishan, Heinrich Klaasen, Nitesh Kumar Reddy, who actually is he's definitely bowling quicker in the net sessions. Liam Livingstone, I think, will play because he gives them that extra spin bowling option. Aniket Verma or Salil Arora, the new recruit, I'm not very sure who will come into the equation, because they seem to be going towards Salil Arora because he had long net sessions, although Aniket Verma impressed last season. And obviously, I think it would come down to one Harsh Dubey and one out of Bryden Cars or Ehsan Malinga. They definitely bring different skills into play. Ehsan Malinga is a very good off-cutter, while Bryden Cars obviously will try to hit the pitch hard. And there's one more, Shivam Kumar. I don't know whether they will pick him as an impact sub because I think wrist spinner, left arm wrist spinner that as well. He might surprise a few people because of the left arm angle against the right hand batter will always come in the equation in the shortest format. So, and there is one more. There is Onkar Tarmale was bowling with pretty good pace, but still they might go with Jaidev Unadkat because of his sheer experience.
Trisha, your thoughts before I ask the same of Gargi? That's a pretty decently balanced team, but Pat Cummins again. There's a big
Yeah, I
miss.
mean, see, I think if you talk about leadership, Ishan Kishan, of course, has won as Jharkhand's captain. But it's very different when you are a state team captain and then when you are a IPL team captain. And that too, all of a sudden you have to start the season as the captain, start the season well. I feel, in this pitch, they'll go for someone like a Bryden Cars because of the batting part. That's my only thing, because Bryden Cars can hit and can hit the ball quite long, which I'm not 100% sure if Malinga brings that. Ishan Malinga, by the way, brings that. So there, I feel, look, Boryada, I don't think their batting side was ever a problem. As far as the bowling is concerned, this is something I said in the Bengali show also. Today's match will be batting versus batting. In between, I think the important overs will come from players like Krunal Pandya, from the spinners rather than pacers, because both the sides somewhere are a little behind when it comes to the pace bowling unit. But SRH looks a dangerous team, a very, very dangerous team. And now you know why all the superstitions need to be followed.
And I also think the impact player will have a lot of impact today, because these are
The
more or less.
impact player will have impact.
Of course, for the first time, I'm saying not for the first time, but one of the rare occasions where the impact.
So who's your
player
impact sub for both teams?
I think it will depend largely on the toss, because I would go in with a different sort of combination if I'm batting based on whether or not I'm batting first or bowling first. So if I'm Sunrisers Hyderabad and I'm batting first, I would go with Travis Head, Abhishek Sharma, Ishan Kishan, Heinrich Klaasen, Nitish Kumar Reddy, Livingston, Salil Arora, Bryden Cars, and one between Harsh Dubey or Shivam Mavi. Harshal Patel and obviously Jaidev Unadkat as well. And then impacts would be maybe a Smaran, I don't know, for bowling.
Nobody has the right to talk about Smaran Ravichandran other than the person in Bengaluru. Bharat, please go ahead.
Half a doctorate.
Cool cricketer, calm cricketer. I think he's more of a test cricketer in my opinion, humble opinion as of now. Yes, in T20 cricket also has played well for Karnataka. He has a strike rate of 162. In Maharaja Trophy, he has done well. But having said that, I think it takes a little bit of time, maybe about 5-10 deliveries before he really gets going. So they might look at someone like Aniket Verma. Yes, I had an interview with him, conversation with him a few days ago, and he was telling that he's trying to, what can you say, understand the nuances of T20 cricket. So perhaps I think it's more of a work in progress, but he's definitely a future test cricketer for the Indian team. I would be very surprised if he doesn't go on to play test cricket for India.
Bharat, are you seeing the build-up? I mean, are you seeing real demand for tickets? Have people asked you for tickets? Is it a sold out? What is the on-ground situation?
Yeah, it is very much.
Bharat, your frame has moved.
Okay, no worries. We'll take it forward. Because Bharat seems to have. I think it's a StreamYard, because there's no way that every one of us faces this.
वाह वाह, ये अच्छा लगा. StreamYard पे डाल दो सब कुछ.
नहीं, क्योंकि ये वेबसाइट पे जाके होता है, ऐप से नहीं होता है. That's the issue.
अच्छा, okay.
वो एक difference है. But now that we've gotten the technical talk out of the way, who are your impacts when it comes to RCB, Trisha?
If we are batting first, then Suyash will be our impact sub, as usual. because Suyash is the Samson he described. Suyash doesn't know where to hold the bat. Also, probably no bad joke, but yeah, Suyash will be. I think Devdutt Padikkal and Suyash Sharma. That's the impact of.
You know what SRH can do if they're bowling first? They can take out a Travis Head as well, and keep him in the impact sub. So when they're batting second, get in a Travis Head, and instead play Shivam Mavi. Sorry, Harsh Dubey, Harshal Patel, Jaydev Unadkat, and Zishan Ansari.
Zishan Ansari could be an interesting call.
Zishan Ansari could be your.
And Harshal Patel obviously has always been a good IPL option
Correct.
to go to for anybody. Harsh Dubey, yeah. I mean, I don't see a Pat Cummins replacement of that sort, but it's still not a bad bowling option. It's okay. Both teams are pretty bad with the bowling, Trisha. I mean, both are pretty badly done.
Yeah, that's a major problem. It seems like the best option would be if I was in the team rankings right now. I think I would want to bat first. I know a lot of people are saying that you would want to chase, but I would actually want to bat first, because get the runs on the board. Your bowling is not something that is confident. Be a combination. The best way to go about is have runs on the board. Because both the teams are going to struggle.
Bharat, what we were asking you is, are you seeing a full house? Are you seeing people streaming in? Is it sold out? What's the demand? What is it looking like to you?
Yeah, the crowd is very good. As I noted, as soon as you form a group, after 4-5 minutes, the police personnel are coming and trying to disperse the crowd. I think that is the main difference. Otherwise, I think it will be a full house. Yes, there were complaints in the sense that with RCB app, there were some problems, it seems. A few of them were telling me. And then a few of them here were asking me for tickets, for passes. That is obviously always there with any match that involves RCB. I think it will be a full house, just that you won't see big crowds today or big groups today, just because the police personnel are not allowing for fans to get into big groups.
And let me ask this question of each one of you. Trisha, MLAs don't want to stand in queues. Gargi, same question to you. Bharat, same question to you. Shomik also joins us after the press conference. I'll go to Shomik, but quick 30-second answers, Trisha, about this whole entitlement issue. They don't want the so-called public servants who have been elected on your votes. They now think they're a superior breed than you are.
Absolutely, they want to be treated superiorly, and that's ridiculous. Honestly, it's so poor that they should not call themselves public servant if that's the entitlement that they think they deserve. And I hope there's a rule which stops this. Honestly, because it feels, as a general public, as a tax paying person, you feel so let down when you hear such things. Because today is the 28th of March. In 3 more days, so much money goes into tax, and then you realize MPs and MLAs are saying, "Oh, we don't want to stand in line," whereas all of us do. It's ridiculous. But this culture is there is pretty much a South Asian culture, I feel, or I don't know if it's only an Indian culture, but it is absolutely ridiculous.
Shomik, quick comment from you. You just attended a press conference in Mumbai. What happened? What's going on? Set it up for us. Because it's a huge game. Kolkata versus Mumbai, much like today, RCB versus Chennai, rather Hyderabad. Tomorrow it's a massive game in Mumbai. Set it up.
Yeah, basically, Mumbai Indians want to break their first match hoodoo. I mean, they are specialists at losing the first game every time. If you go back to the past, I mean, they are notoriously slow starters. And Mahela Jayawardena, their head coach, came to the press conference and said, that is the elephant in the room. We have to address. We have to go out and play good cricket. But 2 points from the press conference, Shane Watson, KKR's assistant coach, came, and KKR are still a bit clueless about when Matisha Patirana will join the squad. He said, we are trying everything that is possible from our side to bring him here, and the first step is to integrate him with the squad. And we have world-class support staff, and we assured SLC that as regards his fitness, that would be brilliantly taken care of. But at the end of the day, it is up to SLC. So there, the way he spoke, it felt like the team management is still a bit sort of clueless whether he will get the NOC, when he will get the NOC from the Sri Lanka cricket, and when eventually he will join the squad. That is number one. And number two is big thing. I asked him, how do you feel? And that Matisha Pratirana question was mine also. And also, I asked him, how do you feel an Andre Russell sized hole? And he said, yes, it is a hole. It is a hole. If you look at Andre Russell's record and what Andre Russell has done for this particular franchise as a player, but then he has anointed Ramandeep Singh as Andre Russell's successor. He said Ramandeep Singh will perform that role. Ramandeep Singh is there. He is a brilliant player. He is also, it's not only his batting, he can bowl a bit. So sort of, and he said the way he spoke, he has anointed Ramandeep Singh as Andre Russell's successor. So expect fireworks from Ramandeep Singh. At least the KKR camp is expecting fireworks from Ramandeep Singh. Another big thing, Jasprit Bumrah has joined the MI squad. He is out there at the nets. Will Jacks and Mitch Santner, they haven't joined as yet. They will take a little bit of time. They have asked for a little more time from the franchise, and that has been allowed. But Jasprit Bumrah is here, Jasprit Bumrah, and given that Trent Bolt, they have brought back Trent Bolt this time around. So Jasprit, their fast bowling axis, Jasprit Bumrah and Trent Bolt, and either Deepak Chahar or Shardul Thakur as the third seamer, and Hardik obviously is there. So, I mean, it looks like maybe Mumbai Indians, the spin department, that sort of doesn't inspire that much of confidence. Other than that, if you look at the engine room of that team, the batting, I mean, their problems are plenty. Rohit Sharma will open, but with him, with Ryan Brickleton or Quinton de Kock. And then Surya, Tilak Verma will be playing as a floater. That's he dropped a hint. Mahela dropped a hint that Tilak Verma will be playing as a floater. Naman Dheer, then Hardik. So if you look at that batting lineup, they have sort of all the bases covered, and anyone can win the match single-handedly. But then again, at the end of the day, that first game, hoodoo.
Bharat, final question for you. Give us your predictions, and don't say anything like I never make predictions.
Obviously, I have to start with that. In T20 cricket, it's very difficult to tell who will go on to win, especially in an IPL game. But maybe I will go by my gut feel, because in IPL, almost all teams are evenly matched. So maybe my gut feel says RCB won't start well this season. So this is what my gut feel is saying. I know someone is getting very angry over it.
Go back home. Go back home.
Maybe SRH will come out on top today. Top.
Okay, Bharat, you can go in. You go in because you need to, also.
No, you go home. You don't go in. You go home with that prediction.
Bharat, you kindly go into the press box, enjoy the game. We will wait for your copies and your videos at the end of the match. Trisha, your
Bharat,
thoughts.
I will wait for you end of the match. I will wait for you end of the match. After RCB wins, you come back.
Okay.
Bye. But
Bye,
Trisha,
Bharat.
make important points made. Trisha, from what he said, I don't see a chink in that Mumbai armor, even without a Will Jacks, even without maybe a couple of people not joining. Look at that side that Shomik just mentioned. I mean, looking forward, and because we are in Kolkata, and sort of all four of us, Shomik, again, there is a Kolkata connection. I'm asking that question, that when I see that Mumbai lineup, a Rohit Sharma / Quinton de Kock or Rickleton, whoever it is, Surya, Tilak, Naman, Rutherford, then Bumrah and Trent Bolt, A possible Mitchell Santner, he said, is not joined. So, okay, maybe who's the spinner? Shomik, who will be the spinner? Mayank Markande?
Mayank Markande and Allah Ghaznafar.
Allah
Yeah,
Ghaznafar. Allah Ghaznafar is
Gadanfar.
also there. So those two spinners. Trisha, that is a gun side.
Yeah. I think first of all we should stop calling them Mumbai Indians because the lineup that they have, they're just Indians. No Mumbai Indians. Sorry, that's a bad joke. But yeah, I mean, everybody is an Indian team batter there, and they have just won the T20I World Cup. I think other franchises must be thinking in their head, यार खेलना ही नहीं है हमें, क्यों खेले हम? But in fact, when we were talking about Mumbai Indians yesterday, one of the other biggest KKR supporters in our office, Nehasis, was actually screaming, why are you playing Quinton de Kock in your team and not playing Ryan Rickelton? I said the team is so good that unfortunately players who would make it to the playing 11 in any other team, they have to sit out in this team. I mean, think of the power play. Trent Bolt historically in the IPL has been one of the top, power play bowlers. Do not forget Deepak Chahar as well. Deepak Chahar himself has been brilliant in the power play. And the lesser we talk about Jasprit Bumrah, the better it is because he's the best bowler in the world. I mean, yeah, he's the best bowler in the world. Mumbai Indians, no Mumbai Indians, kya hi farak padta hai. So it is. So who are you? Like, where do you point out that this part is missing? You cannot say anything of that sort. Rohit Sharma, and I know the way I said about Virat Kohli, I feel it is the same thing with Rohit as well. And you had spoken to Rohit Boryada. You will know his mindset and you must have understood his mindset better. I feel he's also in that sort of a mindset where he'll come and just see the ball, hit the ball. He will come to enjoy his game.
Let me ask that of Shomik. Shomik, how did you see Rohit in the nets? Because that day when you and I met, remember, at the BKC, you were also there when Rohit was practicing and we had that long chat with Rohit. Shomik and I, in fact, traveled from BKC to the Wankhede together. Rohit looked to be completely at ease with himself, at peace, totally at calm. And Trisha's making that point. How has he looked at the nets, Shomik, if you followed or have seen him at the nets?
Full shagun. Full shagun. Hand.
What does that mean?
Pura shagun hai. No tension. So basically, on a serious
note,
know
what shagun means, no, Shamikda? Sorry, but you know what shagun means, no?
What?
No, you tell me.
Shukun. Sorry, shukun.
You guys, all four of you should go to cartoon shows.
But on a serious note, Shukun. Yes, Shukun. I did a bit of Lal Mohan Babu, and no apologies for that. But on a serious note, Rohit's bat is flying. That hand-eye coordination. You have to keep in mind of the fact that he hasn't played this format for more than 10 months now. So on the face of it, he might be a bit rusty. But if he can carry his innate form into match, because match situation is completely different. Because when you bat at the nets, you don't put yourself under that much of pressure. The pressure situation is completely different in front of 30,000 fans, 35,000 fans. It is completely different. So there is that bit of concern that coming from, even though he is Rohit Sharma, that coming from a 10-month layoff, he could be a little rusty. But the way he has been batting at the nets, the technique, the hand-eye coordination, and even Mahela spoke about that. And then he has that lorry load of experience to fall back on. 18 years of experience of playing in the IPL. He knows every trick. So from that point of view, I don't think there is. Some people are saying that Rohit Sharma might be the elephant in the room. I don't feel like that. And the way he has shed kilos, I mean, he looks like a Bollywood artist. The way, I mean, in terms of appearance, he now looks like a Bollywood artist. I mean, he looks leaner, fitter, and younger. He doesn't look like he's 39 years old, 38 or 39 years old. So, And see, at the end of the day, someone like Rohit Sharma, be it Virat Kohli, they have a massive reputation to carry. And when they will come in a stage like IPL, on a stage like IPL, they will be, they will ensure that they are 100%. So from that point of view, I absolutely have no concern in terms of Rohit Sharma. Maybe one or two games he need to get into the group, but I think he will perform better in this IPL compared to last year.
Okay, last 15 minutes on the show, we'll take the toss teams and then close. But kind of closing comments, and also get Shomik on the Bengaluru versus Hyderabad game as well. He's talked so much about Mumbai and Kolkata so far. But Gargi, do you reckon RCB, unnatural position, defending champions, they haven't been in this
Yeah.
position? Will it add to the pressure? Will it add to their kind of thing that, oh, you know what, we are playing at home, first time in so many months, game coming back, new wicket, fresh wicket? Will it add to RCB's pressure?
RCB situation reminds me of this meme that goes around the internet where there is an awkward kid standing. Any picture where someone is awkwardly standing and it says, "I'm new to this club, but don't touch my bag." So that's where RCB is at this moment. They've never been in this situation before, and especially I think it's not the defending champions pressure that will get to them. I think it's the pressure of what happened the last time around they were at the Chinnaswamy that will always keep playing at the back of their minds. At the same time, again, you're right. Defending champions, they've never been in this situation before. What do? But their focus will be on taking every game from living in the present, taking every game one by one, and then moving forward. I think without a Josh Hazelwood, there is obviously a weakness and a chink in the armor when it comes to RCB, but SRH are no better. They're lacking a captain, they're lacking their leader, and of course Pat Cummins as a bowler as well.
Usha?
I think the defending champions will actually give them cocoon, and they will use that title as the shagun and go ahead and win it for those 11 people, and dedicate this win in the Chinnaswamy to those 11 people. Because, yes, I think what you said, absolutely. The moment, the match will be in Chinnaswamy, the moment they enter that Chinnaswamy, I'm sure each one of them would have been hit by that somber feeling. Because look, you can criticize players, you can say as much as you want about the franchise business. At the end of the day, everyone is human. They know how families were impacted. And I said this, and I'm repeating this: no amount of money, no amount of dedication, pluck, respect can get those people back. But I also feel that somewhere that is going to drive them to do better, because when they see fans turn up even after what happened, they would know that that's a responsibility that they have, that those fans should go back, with a winning, on a winning note. And as I said, I'm quite sure, Gargi, if whatever good performance and whenever they win in Chinnaswamy, it will be for those fans, because RCB fans are the most loyal fans possible. I mean, I can speak for myself, and I can speak for all the RCB groups that I am in, that not for once have we turned against the team. It was tough because people like Shamikda never let you rest. They will always remind you how RCB has not won a championship. Shamikda just reminding you, a new IPL is starting. I have still not got my last year IPL's biryani. But anyway, to be
Comments that to all
fair,
of us, by the way, that
What?
were on that
to you
show.
and me, not to all of us, to you and me, what all of us.
Everyone that was on that show.
Yeah,
So,
exactly.
Shamik,
So
Shomik, respond.
we will hold
Wait,
Shamikda to that.
wait. Shomik, respond to this first.
allegations.
No, this is not my fault. This is yours fault because you failed to remind me. This is
Wow.
collective. This is collectively your fault, you and Gargi. You
This is
failed to
Abshagun.
remind me.
This is Abshagun.
What is happening?
Yeah. But yes, I feel today RCB's bowling will be a big factor. And I would also like to see how someone like Krunal Pandya or someone like,
Yeah.
actually I wanted to talk about a player, Venkatesh Iyer. Boryada, I want to ask you, Venkatesh Iyer, with that big price tag in Kolkata, not doing well, and then now he is here in Bengaluru, the defending champions, but also will play a very significant role. Could see him with the ball as well, maybe. Uh, how do you see him? Because you know him well. So how do you see him faring this time?
Again, much freer man, much less pressure. Every run he was reminded of that 24 crore price tag. And it's strange because players, he didn't ask the franchise to pay that money.
Correct.
The franchise paid him that money. So to fault Venkatesh Iyer for the price tag is foolish. He didn't perform. Everybody knows he didn't perform to expectations, but that happens to many players. You don't blame them only because they've not got 24 crores. So it is as if because he's got 24 crores, the guillotine is hanging over his head. I think he will have a much better season. I think Kolkata Knight Riders should have given him more to bowl. I think Kolkata Knight Riders could have used him up the order. By using him up the order, they could have done a better job with him because that's where he kind of thrives. It'll be interesting to see where Bengaluru uses him, but he's in a good mind space. Even when he was released, I mean, all through the year, he and I have kept talking. When I was in Indore, he had asked me to sort of come home for a meal and all of that. One can understand that monkey is off his back. That 24 crore monkey is off his back. He's far more relaxed, and I think he's got leadership potential in him. I think he's calmer. He's experienced enough in the IPL. Alongside Krunal Pandya, Venkatesh Iyer will play a key role as far as RCB is concerned, is my guess. Can they make up for Hazelwood? Maybe not, but otherwise they have a very decent side.
The other thing is, I was just looking at the visuals and reading some reports. Are RCB players going to wear number 11 jersey during the warm up?
They're training it.
Training.
They're training in the
They're
number 11.
I guess they are also wearing black armbands.
Yes, they are.
And and of
Both
course,
teams, both
Both
teams
teams are
will.
wearing black armbands. No opening ceremony. 11 seats will be
Yes.
kept vacant, and RCB training in the number 11
number 11.
jersey.
There
Okay,
will be a plaque also, as far as I know.
Yeah,
There will be a
yeah.
See, I've got very strong views on this. I've written about this as well. Don't call them 11 fans. They're not 11.
Yeah.
They're not random. They're not numbers,
Yeah.
boss. If it was your daughter or my son, or if it was any
Yeah.
four of us, would you say it was, a number, a human being died? No.
One.
It's Gargi, Boria, Trisha, or Shomik. It's a person. Somebody's daughter, somebody's son, somebody's mother, somebody's father. And we must remember the fans and accord the respect that they deserve.
Yeah.
That's when the BCCI cancelled the opening ceremony. I thought this is perfect. You need the IPL, the ecosystem of the IPL. The industry has to go on. Livelihoods depend on it. So I want the tournament to happen, but you can easily do away with the glitz and glamour. You don't want somebody to come and sing and dance for me. I've got no interest in Bollywood, dancers and singers to come and entertain me. You don't want the spectacle. The IPL as a meet, the cricket is good enough. That's how you remember these fans. Also, don't just put it on the police or the administration, the KSCA. As a fan, you behave yourself as well. It is as much you. If I go to the ground, my safety is as much my responsibility. If
Yeah.
I lose my conscience and do something, don't do it. Don't do it. Be careful, because ultimately these are things that are, however much you recognize them, Trisha, think of these 11 families. Things have changed for them forever. How do they get it back?
Absolutely, Boryada. You and I, for a different reason, but personally know that, saying that so much amount of respect, so much amount of dedication, memories. We'll keep them in the memory. We'll dedicate this for them. Does not bring them back. The human beings are gone. The families have lost, and nothing you do can bring that back. But this is you have hit the nail on its head. I am not saying that RCB management or the police did not have a responsibility. But when it comes to fans also need to be extremely responsible. And I'm saying this because we have seen when it says CSK versus RCB, we have seen that fans hitting each other and all that. we need to stop all this. We really as fans need to be way more kinder and safer. We have to also look out for each other. But yes, the lives lost can never be brought back. How much ever you do whatever to dedicate anything to them. Yes, Amita. Yes,
See,
Amit.
All right.
Trisha, what
So,
see, Trisha, what happened was last year was India's version of Hillsborough. What has gone, you can never get it back, right? But even the darkest clouds have some silver lining, and the silver lining, what that silver lining? That victory parades have stopped. That is first silver lining. Victory
Correct.
parades have stopped, and now all the safety arrangements for the fans would be would be more foolproof. But at the end of the day, those lives were gone, and as I said, it's India's version of Hillsborough. It will stay forever. It will be there forever. What to do? As far as cricket is concerned, I'm not bothered whether RCB are winning or Sunrisers Hyderabad are winning. It is my eyes are fixed on one player, and that is Jacob Bethel. I expect him to own this IPL. The way he batted at Wankhede, I mean, at times it felt like time stood still. And along
Shomik,
with
Shomik, sorry to interrupt you. We've got the toss update. It's RCB that has won the toss and are going to bowl first.
What happened,
Trisha?
Trisha? You won the toss.
Yeah, but we should have batted first. That's what I felt. Especially because you don't have the bowling. Now you're somewhere pushing. Especially with the SRH batting. If you have to suddenly chase at 230, I think that is going to be difficult. Having said that, RCB last year also had won more matches chasing, so probably psychologically they want to chase. But yeah, I would hope that they. I was hoping they batted first, so that's why kind of more anxious than I was at the beginning of the show.
Okay, we have the playing 11s as well. Team sheet here is RCB Virat Kohli and Phil Salt opening, Rajat Patidar, Jitesh Sharma, Tim David, Romario Shepherd, Krunal Pandya, Bhuvaneshwar Kumar, Abhinandan Kumar, Jacob Duffy, and Suyash Sharma. And the
So they
impact
could use Bethel as impact.
Bethel as impact sub, definitely. Okay, and SRH is Abhishek Sharma, Travis Head, Ishan Kishan, Heinrich Klase, Aniket Verma, Nitish Kumar Reddy, Salil Arora, Harsh Dubey, Harshal Patel, Jaydev Unatkar, Ishan Malinga, and of course, I think it's Liam Livingston that will come in.
So they've gone in with Ishan Malinga. That was the big call that we were debating, whether they will go in with Ishan Malinga or they will go in with someone else.
With Zishan Ansari or someone like that.
No, they could have day before yesterday, as Bharat was saying, Ishan Malinga bowled a long spell yesterday. Day before yesterday, isn't it Trisha? Bharat was making that point about
Yeah. No, Ishan Malinga bowled yesterday. Bryden Carr's bowled day before yesterday. That's what he was saying.
So he was saying that Ishan Malinga bowled yesterday, so he got it right. Bharat got it right that Ishan Malinga is in the. And I think RCB will be Jacob Bethel as impact sub and Liam Livingston as impact sub for the Sunrisers Hyderabad. Closing comments. Shomik, you on the spot. Who's winning? RCB, SRH. You've seen the teams. You've seen the toss. RCB is batting second. So clearly, if there is due, that will also impact RCB bowling first. They can take advantage of that. Your thoughts?
it's always advantageous batting second at Chinnaswamy, given the size of the ground and off late the nature of the pitches have changed a bit. But if it is still a featherweight and RCB being a very batting heavy side until Josh Hazelwood is coming back, it is still a very batting heavy side. I would back RCB, but then again, something special for Ishan Kishan in the first innings can take the game away from them.
Yeah, that's
Like a duck.
No, I will be looking forward to Ishan Kishan and what he can pull off, because he's been on this violent spree of runs. the way that he's been able to come back and make a comeback in his career, I think it's very commendable. And if he's able to top what he's done at the World Cup and have a brilliant IPL, then that says a lot about his character and him as a player as well. So I'll be looking forward to seeing what he can do as a leader and in the IPL, because again, leading a SMAT team versus leading an IPL franchise are going to be two very, very different things for Ishan Kishan here. If he can successfully manage those resources that he has at hand, then it's going to be something very impressive to watch.
Tisha?
I don't think there is any prediction needed. It will be RCB, of course. I have not worn the RCB jersey. RCB is winning.
I think the toss will give it to RCB because, as Shomik said, under lights chase. If there is a little bit of dew, this batting heavy unit for them, without Hazelwood, it's always kind of back your batting to chase down any total. And this is a top lineup with Virat, Salt, Patidar, Jitesh, David, Romario, Shepherd, Kunal, and you add Jacob Bethel to that as impact sub. He will come at the top of the order. They've left out Venkatesh Iyer. So clearly you know how good that batting order is. So RCB, because of the toss, slightly ahead for me. But then on the other side, to open the batting, you will have a Travis Head, you will have an Abhishek Sharma, and you will have an Ishan Kishan. So it's all set. It's all set in Bengaluru. Gargi will be back with Trisha. Hopefully Trisha will be celebrating. And Bharat Ramraj will join. So there will be a lovely banter going on between these two at the end of the game. Shomik Chakraborty will be in Mumbai tomorrow at the ground. Kolkata Knight Riders versus the Mumbai Indians. So plenty to watch out for. You guys enjoy the match. Thank you very much for watching.